Hey YouTube, it's Innes here again. Just thought I'd let you know what I'm up to. I'm just sitting here on Ableton. I've got a couple projects on the go, but this current one that I'm doing is I'm wanting to remix Stay by Alphazone and sort of give it a little bit of a lighter sort of tinge to it. I've got like a lead piano on it as opposed to a lead synth. But I would like to retain sort of more of a hard trance feel to it. But with that, I'm struggling just a little bit. I'd like to ask for your advice on a few little things. But bear in mind, it's not done by any means yet. It's still got quite a long ways to go. I've probably put about 4 or 5 hours into it, something like that. Just getting all the things together, and I've not really done any processing on the synths or anything like that yet. That's all to come. So there's a few things I figure. For the things that feel like they're lacking punch or lacking body or something, I figure it might come good in the mix down, but if there's any key things that you notice that I could use to improve the sound, make it just that little bit fatter so it feels less empty, that'd be great. But yes, okay, let's take a look. Alright, so I'll show you the basics of what I've got so far. I've got my intro going. It's just fairly basic, fairly plain right now. So here, let's take a listen. Now what you can see here that I've got sort of the first initial bass drop here, and one key thing that I've had with this is that I've tried using sort of the traditional reverse bass a few times, but all of the samples that I've got, when I pitch them up and down, sort of felt like they ended too early, or they just didn't have the power when they were pitched up. Now I figure that could be because, you know, they are just that little sample, and they're not really a sustained note that you'd have, say, if you were to synthesize the bass yourself. And if that's the case, if you guys got any suggestions of what I could do for that. But if not, what I could do is just stick with this. But my only concern is that it feels just a little bit too bouncy. But I guess I could probably work on that just a little. And right here you see where that kick build there. What I'd like to have is the original vocal from the track. So I'll probably get that, just cut that little snippet at the end, have that build there. And anyways, what I've got here is I've got sort of in context, sort of, I suppose you could say, the main part of the song. I've got the lead piano, I've got a synth op, I've got my bass line, and my percussion on top of that. I'll just give you a quick preview, then I'll break it down for you. So there we go, there we have it. That's basically the main bit that I've got so far. I've got my percussion loop there, kick drum, fairly happy with it as for how it sounds altogether. I'll just break it down just a little bit. Basically what I've got here is I've got a synth op to go with the bass. Just playing sort of the bass notes of the just of the main riff, and basically you know, so it's got a little bit of variation instead of just that sort of stuff. Then next, I've got my lead piano here. Oops, sorry, that's the wrong one. That's the one that has the ARP as well. Yeah, I decided to take out the bass notes of the ARP just as I found that they made it just a little bit too muddy as I had the synth ARP going at the same time. It's fairly okay, but I feel it's a little too airy. I'll probably see if I can make it just a little bit more, give it a little bit more punch to each attack. And basically I've got my bass line just here. Whoops. Whoop, that's not right, that fucked up. Okay, here we go. And also, what I've been thinking I could do for part of the song is basically get it so that I alternate between the piano and also a synth version of the lead, just to give it some variety and really build up to a great big like climax at the end. So what I've got is I've got this lead synth right here. Just take a listen to this. Just solo it. Although for now it's really just sort of one so I could hear what the melody was like with a synth. Not particularly happy with the sound of this. I've been sort of flip-flopping around ideas whether I want this one to be like more of a dark synth or you know, a typical uplifting trance synth. But hey, you know what, this will do for now for demonstration purposes. So yeah, there you have it. There's my current project that I'm working on, and my dog is going absolutely crazy downstairs. And I'm also running out of time on this video. So thanks for joining me once again. If you've got any advice, please feel free to share it. I could really, really use it. And I just hope you're enjoying what you're hearing so far, and hopefully it should be done in probably a couple weeks. Okay, thanks very much. Catch you later.